34 வந்திருக்காங்கல்ல, 34 வந்திருக்காங்க, 36 11 o'clock பார்க்குறேன், 11 o'clock. ஓகே.
Sir. Good morning and a warm welcome to one and all. I am here on behalf of the Quaide College for the student orientation program on Python language as occasional education and skill development conducted by the Department of Computer Science and Computer Application in the association with the Internal Quality Assurance. Now I request our eminent and optimistic director, Dr. A. Rafi sir, to deliver the welcome address. I hand over to you, sir. Director, sir.
Okay, thank you, Priya. Can you able to hear me? This is a voice. You able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Professor Sakthivel Nageshwaran, Professor from Medavakkam College. The Principal, Dr. Untitled Chapter, faculty from Computer Science departments, and many students from Shift 2. Since some time, since we met in college, because of this closure of college on account of pandemic situation. Anyhow, we got an opportunity because of technology developments to talk to you through online, through various medias. And your department, the Manikandan has arranged wonderful programs, Python to the students. So already you have gone through many courses, and just for difference, this course has been today will be given lecture by the Professor Sakthivel Nageshwaran. Mr. Sakthivel Nageshwaran is not new to us. Previously visited our college several times, offline and also online. And thank you, Mr. Nageshwaran, for having accepted the invitation. Whenever we invite you, are readily available for our dispersal. I hope you are doing well at Hosur. Well, in Hosur, I think. Okay. You're doing well, I think. Brief nutshell about Professor Sakthivel Nageshwaran is going to give the lecture in today's webinar regarding Python. As a professor, the latest technologies with the experience of 15 years, with extensive knowledge in programming enhanced with the practice session. As a resource person, delivered contacts on various technologies in the international conferences, workshop, seminar, and is also conducted 8 guest lectures. Besides, he is a guest speaker for many more dual webinars presented on various topics like Django programming, data mining, big data analytics, Python programming, etc. during the pandemic situation. outstanding experience of assisting and mentoring students in various national level technical competitions like Hackathon 2020, Hackathon 2117, ABM, etc. Finally, as learner, still learning new technologies in the field of computer application with established discipline in the practice of programming, which acts as a bridge between corporate and education sector. For students, it is a hint of value. So even though he is an experienced professor and expert in computer knowledge, still is learning more about the latest technologies available in the computer sector. So you have to also learn more and more in the computer field because it's an unending chapter as far as the computer applications are contained. Every day and every month and every week it goes on updated to the international level. Now, thank you, Mr. Satyavel Nageshwaran, for having accepted the invitation. And also welcome you on behalf of the college. And also welcome Principal Mr. Tutle, Evening College Coordinator HOD, Mr. Manigantan, and also all the faculty members who are present here, and also all the students. So I am a little bit hurried today, sorry, because I got a vaccination start today at 11:30 a.m. at Apollo. So just now I'm leaving there at Apollo. So on the request of Manigantan, I am here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish you all the best for this program. Thank you, students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your time with us. And thank you for giving a brief introduction for our resource person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now it's time to call our innovative resource person, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of MCA at Adiyaman College of Engineering, to take care of the session. Sir?
Thank you, ma'am. Can your voice is audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, your voice is audible.
Okay. Thank you very much. And first of all, a very pleasant morning for this webinar for every person who is very active and being present here. And first, I would like to thank the director, sir, who has been given a continuous support for more than 5 years or 6 years. I have not approximate more than 5 years and 6 years. I have been the resource person for the Quaide Middle College. So it is very pleasant and very surprise information also. So I would like to thank the director, sir, and the principal ma'am, and the principal, sir, and the coordinators of the Evening College, and the HODs and the faculty members. And now I would like to go to the session. I think I can go to the sessions directly in order to waste the time. So my presentations will be started now. And this PPT, what I'm showing is to deliver the lectures on my basis, right? So this is a presentation. We will start the presentation. Now, when I come for the presentation, I will go with the chat also. So I want all the students to be activated and should be participated in the chat, so that I used to view the chat also. The chat information I used here, because this is not a one-man show where I have to take class and you have to listen and you can wind up. So I need some discussions will be going on here. So this is we go with the slide. So when I come for Python programming, and this is a student's level where the interviewer, the person who is going for an interview, or the person who is going to design a project, it is not possible. The person who can understand the concepts very easy. This is a class for 1 hour where you can understand the Python programming of basic concepts and fundamental concepts alone. So if you want to get more practice for doing an application, so you have to do more activities and you have to do more applications, then you can go for the interview level of the questions. This is what about the Python programming. So here I divided the session of 4 parts. One, it is of introduction part and why we have to go with Python. What is the reason behind the Python is that. And second, we are going for the fundamental of Python. And third, we are going for modules of databases and graphs. And last, we come for the conclusion. First of all, the person who is listening the webinar must be very clear. There are 3 things is that. One is of listening, another one is of understanding, another one is of acting. Don't think that it is a time waste for 1 hour we are sitting in the webinar. Not like that. First, listen. Whether is it possible for you to understand the concepts or not. Once you understand the concepts, then we can go for the activities. So first important thing is listening. Second important thing is understanding. Listening is entirely different from understanding the concepts. And third one, we are going for an acting, which means that we have to go with some number of activities. Programming languages cannot be learned by listening the webinars or learned by watching a YouTube, so we cannot able to learn it. We have to get practice into it. We have to install the tools and we have to execute the program and we have to run the program. then only it is possible for us to understand at least something. By listening the webinar, see 1 hour, I am going to just explore what is Python, why we are using this Python, what are all the components is available in the Python. That's the thing we are going to do it in this 1 hour. Just exploration. I'm not going with full in-depth concepts of Python, just we are going with an exploration. That's what we are coming with, an exploration of Python here. So now I'll go here. Before we go into Python, whether Python is a programming language or scripting language or markup language. So first you must know what is meant by language. So when I come for a language, can I go with a discussion with the students? Students can reply according to your information, what do you mean by languages? So that I can see in the chatting also. Students are requested to go with the chat. What do you mean by languages? When your term, you can write your own term, and I want the volunteers to type it in the chat box, so that is easy for me to view the content also. Is there any students, please can able to type it? What we are known about the languages? Is it possible for you to type it? Anyone, please? I don't know, waste my time also. So the students, the participants, I think 80 participants inside the classroom. So I want at least some of the participants to take part in the classrooms. Right? So I need some of the participants to be chat. According to you, what do you mean by languages? I think everyone is not interested. Right? Anyway, I'll go with my discussion. Now, when I come for here, when I say languages, whether that's a reply. Now, when I say languages, when I come for languages, you can see here, one it is called as a programming languages, another one it is called as a scripting languages. What is the difference between programming languages and what is the difference between scripting languages? Certain structure we are having, we are writing the program and we are displaying the content, then it is called as a programming language. For example, you can go for C or C++, but I'll take a notepad so that it will be comfortable for you to process also. So I'll come with a notepad. So you can understand what is the programming languages or what is the scripting language. You can see, suppose I'm writing a program. There's a certain structure I'm following here, right? So I'm certain structures I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to write here it is of stdio.h, and I'm going to write here it is of void main, and I'm going to write I'm going to make it here it is of printf, and I'm going to write here it is of hello world. So this is the first program normally we used to do whenever we are going for learning a languages, right? So this is a programming languages where we are having a certain structures and we are having a compiler. What's the compiler is do? The compiler will convert the program from high-level language to the low-level language, and the different types of compilers are there. Even an online compiler is there, offline compiler is there. So this is what a languages will do. What about the scripting language? The two word is very important. One it is called as a verification, and another one it is called as a validation. So two things we are going to use. One, it is verification. We are going to verify the data and we are going to validate it. Mainly, we are not going to create an application. Of course, sometimes we can create an application, but mainly we are focusing on verification and validation of data. This is called as a scripting language. The same thing I can write it in Python. The same thing you can see there is no structure at all. You can see my screen. So in the previous program, I have written that it is mainly written in the C languages. If you want, you can go with C++ or Java, any type of languages we can go. When I come for Python, this is the one line I have to write. That's it. That's what very easy. That's what they used to say. Python is very easy and very easy to understand at the initial level, right? When you go for an application level and when you go for real-time implementation, you have to learn a lot. A lot is there. So this is what at the initial stage when the students are coming, I'm talking about the students, I'm not talking about the graduates or I'm not talking about the interviewer. At the students level, it is very easy to understand the languages, and this is called as a scripting languages. So sir, my question is, what is the question? When I have that, whether a Python is a scripting languages or Python is a programming languages, both the things we can use it. That's what very familiar. I can use the Python as a scripting also, and I can use Python as a programming languages also to some extent. But I cannot able to use C or some other languages for different purposes. So this is what about the difference between programming languages and scripting languages. Next thing, you can see I have given two different types of chart. One it is a personal side and one it is an official side. What is in personal side? You can see this is a personal side I'm having here. To my right hand side of my screen, you can see The three types of data are that. One is of sugar, another one is of coffee powder, another one is of milk. So I'm having these three things or data. I can take what amount of data I want as I need it. It can be of, it is depends upon the person who is going to use it. So I'm having a three types of data. One is of sugar, coffee powder, and milk. And these type of data will be used in the tool. This is called as a tool. The vessel which we are using, it is called a tool in order to make some application with that data. This is personal side, right? This is personal side, and this is a programming side. When I come for the personal side, you can see a coffee powder or sugar or milk is a data. And when I add these three things to the vessels, this vessels, it is called as a tool. And with that tool, I'm going to prepare an application with the help of an induction stove or gas stove or whatever the thing that is called as a technology. And from that, I'm going to create an application. It is called as a coffee. This is what the simple steps for understanding any type of applications we are going to create. It can be with the help of programming languages, or it can be with the help of scripting languages or any languages. So first you must understand the concept. What amount of data I have to take for sugar and coffee powder and milk, and what tool I'm going to use for the technology basis. Remember that the technology basis is very important. If I want an induction, if I'm going to prepare a coffee in induction, I need a separate tools. If I'm going to prepare a coffee in the firewood, I can prepare the coffee in the firewood also, but I cannot able to use the vessel what I'm used in the induction. Remember that each technologies will have every flaws and every appreciations will be there. We no need to go there. You should understand the concept. So data is here and tool is here, technology is there, and coffee is application is coffee. So this is an application I'm going to prepare a coffee. Sorry. In an application, this application I'm going to sell it in a business. Suppose I'm making a coffee and I'm going to sell it for some other person, then it is called as a software. Right? First, I want to know that how to prepare a coffee. This is called as an algorithm. The algorithm may differ from person to person. Any persons can do it with their own ideas. The algorithm is a stepwise explanation where an individual can perform their own algorithm, and they have to prove it also. This is all in the right hand side. And when I come for the left hand side, the same thing, come to our programming side, all the data, whatever the data. Now I can see that 71% in the Google Meet, it is a data. And I'm going to prepare a tool. So I'm going to prepare a tool. The tool name, it is called as a Python Ide for the basic level. Underline the keyword, it is almost only from the basic level. It is Ide that is called as an integrated development environment. I'll show that. I'll show with the proof also, right? And next, I'm going to use any type of technology, whatever the technology you want, you can use it. I can use this Python for an machine learning. I can use this Python for an artificial intelligence. I can use this Python for data mining. Anything I can use it here. That is all the technologies which I'm talking about the domain, and here we are talking about the technologies. And these technologies we are going to create an application. So ultimate aim is used to create an application. So before we're able to create an application, we must know what is data, what is technology, what is tool, and what is an application. What for we are learning this Python programming language, right? So this is the basic understanding of learning a programming skills. Right? Next thing, you should know the difference. That's what I'm talking about. The difference between scripting as well as the programming. Whether you're going to learn a Python in scripting or whether you're going to learn a Python for programming languages. So some other languages will be embedded. You are going to write only particular part with the Python programming. So you should be very clear what type of programming or what type of languages you're going to learn. Whether it is a scripting or whether it is a programming languages. So when I say scripting languages, please very clear with the two keywords. That is one, it is of verification, and another one is of validation. So this is what here. And I would like to go and check the website. You can see the website. This is the automated website which has been taking a survey. Survey on, it takes some time to rotate, right? Anyway, I copy. I'll come back. I'll go with the browser and I'll share that. I'm taking from the, this is called as a TIOB index. What is the level of each programming can able to, this is called as a software quality company. This is used to put a survey. You can see this is used to put a survey, and you can see the headline. What is the headline? You can see here. The Python has never been close to the question number 1 as before. This is the headline. which you have discussed. This is a website. You can go through the website and you can see that Python has never been so close to the question of Ask 1 before. You can see here. Now the Python, what is the status of Python for the month of June? You can check it very clearly. So how far the programming languages is very important. If you want, I can go here. See, the first question is, you can see the first question is of C language and the second question is of Python and third question is currently in Java, and they are giving a denoted symbol of downwards. And this is a index which has been generated by the website. It is not by me. No survey has been done by me. You can see the website which has been declared here. So this is what very important. So how far Python is very important to the corporate sector. So how to learn the basic fundamental of Python. So this is what I have given in the website, right? Now I will go here, back to the website. We can go here, right? So this is the index we are coming here about why it is of Python programming, right? And next thing, I'm coming here, why Python is in demand and why should we learn Python. So before we are going to the subject, we should know at least something, why we have to go for Python, why I cannot able to learn Java, some other languages like that. So what is the first important thing? It's very simple syntax for Python. No need to go with an advanced syntax, no complicated task, very, very simple syntax, and lot of libraries and frameworks are there. It can be embedded in machine learning and it can be used with a highly secured also. So no problem at all. So some of the points has been given. Why Python is in demand. And why should we learn Python? That's very important. Why should I learn Python? So everywhere Python is there, they are used to started learning Python. What is the intention of giving a Python as a webinar? Because the current corporate trend is required a Python also. So Python is a scripting languages. We can use it in the programming languages also. And it's mainly used for verification and validation. And these are the reason, since the corporate is in demand, and we should learn in the Python languages. So this is what about the next category. And why Python? Very important. 6 points is there. Why we have to go for Python? Is there any speciality is there? Of course, yes. First one is dynamic. Second one is object oriented. What is dynamic? Currently, I can write the program. No need to go with any structure oriented. Just I can write whatever the content I needed. I can write only a particular part of the code alone. I no need to write the entire part of the code. Like that, I can go here. Now I'm asking that please anyone chat like that. No one has been chatted here when I look at the window. So I can write the code that. So what is the thing is that, or what is the particular part alone I can able to write it. That's what we are using by Python. And first one is of dynamic, of course. Currently we can do it. Second one is of object oriented. Every code which is related with object oriented. So we are going with an object. Third one is modeler. So we are going to discuss about, in this session, we are going to discuss about object oriented and modeler. And we are not going for the remaining 3 parts, right? First 3 parts alone we are going to take because basic understanding is needed. And the fourth part is of active and supportive community. So we are going to, how far it is going to support the community of particular people using for Python. And next one is of Scrabble. And last one is of math and AI, that is mainly used for math with artificial intelligence. Next thing, you can see these are all the features of Python. I do not waste the time in that. So first one is open source. What is open source? Anyone can download the code, anyone can download the IDE and you can execute the Python. I will tell the procedure also how to download and execute it. And once again, I'm repeating that this is mainly for the students, those who are interested to learn Python. And this webinar is not for the students, those who are going for corporate, who is going to look at for their career, or those who want to go for an interview purpose. This is mainly to understand the basic functionalities of Python and how to write the program. So first one is open source. Second one is basically no need to worry about anything. Just you can type whatever you want, you can do it, and it will be also very fast also. So this is the thing which is coming here. And next thing you can see here, it is about third-party agents. You can see that 2 men in between the black colored boy is there. This is called as a third-party agents. Most of the third-party agents are doing this one. And reusability and interoperability and agile development. You know agile development, right? They used to go with certain steps for deploying the applications. Previously, they go with the waterfall model. Now they are moving on to agile model. So certain things has been followed here, and scalability. So these are all the features of Python. And next thing you can see here, and this is the entire thing of Python classification according to my knowledge. Underline the keyword. According to my knowledge, I have created a Python classification. where all the Pythons can be used here. One, it is in web development, second one is software development and business development, and third one is scientific and numeric, and fourth one is data science. Before we are going to all the any types of application, I must be very clear that the fundamental of Python. So you should be very clear in using the fundamentals of Python. So this is what the thing we are coming here. So first you must understand the fundamental. Then only you have to go for either a web development or software development or scientific or numeric or data science, depends upon your interest. So first we'll go over through. So what is this? This is the IDE tool. I will show it when you come to the program also, right? Executing the program. So if you go to the Linux base, the IDE will be like this. So IDE is a tool which you are going to run the Python application. So this is about the Linux environment, and the next one it is about Windows environment. So this is a Windows environment screenshot, and this is about a Linux environment screenshot which has been used in the fundamental concept. And now you can go. This is a website where we can see the web development mainly focusing on Python. So you can see here, I'll come here with an example. So this is a website. This is also a website which has been taken. I just make a link. So the top 10 Django website, you can see here, this is a Django is mainly focusing on Python. So top 10 Django website which has been available in the net itself. You can show why Django. I'm not going to teach Django now. Django is an entire ocean. So I'm going to say the first one application is of Instagram, where Django has been implemented. And next we can go here, it is of Dropbox, just like a drive. We can go with all your photos and everything, we can able to make it. And next, I think some of them may be very familiar. You can see here, Spotify is the combination of Java, Python, and C++. I think you know, some of them may use this Spotify app, which is used to listen to songs of various environments. So this is the three languages they have been used here, Java, Python, and C++ also. When I come for Spotify, and these are all the things which you are not utilized here, and Mozilla Firefox, which has been designed, Pinterest, right? And you can see that the channel which has been mainly focusing on National Geographic channel, right? And this is all the data which has not provided by me. This has been provided by the website, right? So you can see not everything has been done by Python. A little part of the website has been done by the Python. Don't think that the entire website has been. If you take Spotify, the entire website is not designed by Python. Some of the cases has been designed, some of the cases with Java, and some of the cases with C++. This is what an applications are doing here. So this is about web development side. You can see what are all the tools. According to my knowledge, I've taken, of course, a lot of the things are there. So you can see these are all the things which has been used for web development, mainly used for web development, Django, Flask, Bottle, and Django GBMS. And next we are coming for data science. I have taken only two things. Of course, a lot of tool is there. Some other tool also there. But mainly I have taken about Scikit and PyTorch. And when I go for scientific and numeric, you can see here it is about pandas and sci-fi. And when I come for software development, you can see some of the things for that. So these are all the things for the Python. So before going to any development, either a web development or business development or software development or anything, we must know the basic things of fundamentals, right? So now I'll go with the fundamental concepts. I think, are it clear? Can you able to understand? Please, I request the students to say that. Can you able to say? Is it possible for you to understand what I tell? Why we need Python, and what is the usage of Python before learning? Is it possible for you to understand? Can you able to chat, please? Yes. Please make it. Please chat. I request the participants to start here because it is not a one-man show, right? Right. Anyway, we go to the next part. When I come for the next part, now we are going to the Python. Sir, what I have to do initially when I learn Python? So what you are going to do it is, I will explain. Just go with python.org. This is the official website of Python. So whenever you go with the Python website. So as I said, Python is an open source, so no problem. You can go to the Python website. So you can see there is a one concept name. It is called as a download, right? Click the download. It is open source, so you can download it. If you click, automatically the download will start here. Once you start, you install. Okay. Once you start, you install the procedure because already in my laptop it is available, so I no need to go for installation. This is the first procedure we have to go for here, right? So first I have to go for an installation. Right. So once you install, after installing the Python, what you have to do, you have to check whether you are installed the Pythons correctly or not, right? So you have to check whether the install the Pythons are correctly or not. So first you have to go with the command prompt. Type CMD in the search box. So you want after installation, whether you have done the correct thing, right? Take a command prompt in a normal systems, right? So I'm going to click that system. So take a command prompt. So once you take a command prompt, right? Yeah, you can see here. You can see my screen. Yes. So you can see I got the command prompt. Now type it is of Python, right? Make it hyphen and capital V. Right? You should be a capital V. Type it. You can see my version. What version I'm using? Python. I think you cannot able to view it because it is a command prompt. It may be very simple for you, but I'll read it. Otherwise, you can go that with Python hyphen small letter. You can type it. It is of version. Python hyphen type it of small type of version. So you will get that version. So this is the environment. You have checked that Python is okay. Now we are install the Python. Now we go for simple program. How to write the simple program. So before that, I'll tell that since ID is very small cases, you cannot able to view it. I'll go with that. Right now, I'll type here in the command prompt. I'm going to type. Sorry, I'm going to search IDLE. You type IDLE. Right. Once you type IDLE after installation, you can see this is called as a Python IDLE. You click this one. See, this is a class for a basic person who wants to learn Python without any other resources. Right? So you can see here. I'll show it. I'll run 1 and 2 programs because every program I cannot able to run it, but I'll explain the program. What is the thing? Right. Right. Now you can see this is the ID. Right? You can see this is the ID where we are going to write. Very simple. No syntax, nothing is that. Right. Okay. Right. Nothing is that. Just very simple program. Anyway, I will go with the screen so that for you. Of course, I'm going to type it where this is an IDE. It is called as an integrated development environment. Now I'm going to write here. You can see it is of print, right? Not printer, just print. We can go with the open parenthesis, and I'm going to write here it is of hello and double quotes and no need of semicolon here. That's all. A very simple program. A very simple program. We can go here. So this is what the simple program where I can execute in a Python. So first program, how will you write it? Go with file, right? Go with new file, right? So hereafter you're going to create a new file. Already I created some files I created. Anyway, I will copy and paste it and I will show it in the Word. So you can see here the same program I'm going to write here. It is of print out, hello, hi, how are you? I'm going to write here, right? And how are you, right? How about the webinar? Now I'm going to write here, how about the webinar? So when I say about how, see, no need to give any semicolon. There is no need to give any printf here. Very simple. Just you write printf and you can go for save the file. So whenever you're going to, whenever you're going to save the file, it must be of .py. Your file will be saved in the form of py. So now I'm typing the program and I'm going to run it. So anywhere, wherever you want, whichever location you want, you can share the files. So I'm typed it in Python 99. So I'm going to simply give here it is of, let it be of y1. I'm giving my name. So you can see here it is of Python file. You can save it. So once you save it in that location, the file will be in the form of y1.py. Now there's a one command you can see here. It is run command. Just click run and run the module. Very simple. That's what in the initial stuff I told that this is only for the students, those who are learning. It is not for the students those who are going for an interview, right? From the fundamental I'm teaching here. You can see how are you about the webinar. So this is what the thing is that. So this is the way for writing the first program, right? Now go to the slide. I'll come to the slide so that it will be very easy for you to look at. right? So now I'm going here. This is about a program. We go with the first program. I will explain and I'll show the activities hereafter because I will open in the notepad. That is very effective. Uh, you can see my screen. So this is, now you can see here how to print it. I have written in cap letter, but it's not in cap letter. Everything can be of small letter. So I'm going to write, you can see here, print hello world. So what you are going to do, we can go with the double quotes. And for a paragraph, I can go with the single quotes also. And if it is a multiple line, you can see a multiple, I want to write the printf statements in the multiple line, then I go to with the triple quotes. So I'm going with triple quotes and triple quotes so that you can see here. So this is what we are going to do it in the basic syntax of displaying a print statements. So one more thing is that one additional new things is that when you come for the last statements, you can say that Shaktivel said that slash double quotes, welcome to Python. So what does that meaning means? You can see when you put slash and double quotes, it will be formed in a different manner. I will write it in the notepad and I will explain the concepts also. So this is what the basic fundamental of printing a just a hello world with a different format. I can go with the double quotes, I can go with single quotes, I can go with 3 double quotes when it is multiple line, right? And another one of slash double quotes is used for the quotation. So this is what about the basic syntax of that one. Anyway, I will show that one also in a notepad. You can see it in the notepad because in the ID it is a very small font. You cannot able to look at. So I'll go with the notepad so that it will be easy for you to listen. You can see here. So this is what the thing I given that in the activity. You can see that what is in the activity I given. You can see Abdul Kalam said that dream is not which you see while sleeping is nothing that. This is what the thing is that. So you can see when you go for writing a program, right? Either you can go with the single quotes or double quotes, and I told that it is with a slash also. Look at the program. I'll come with the activity 1. You can see I'll go here. I'll write it because the entire screen you cannot able to visit, right? I'm writing here. So this is an activity 1. You can see what I have written. Print. So automatically 1 double quotes and 1 double quotes will be here. No issues at all. Nothing will be there, right? But one more thing is that I'm adding a slash double quotes and here also slash double quotes in order to quote the word. What's the sir is going to say? This is what we are going to take quoted. So this is also possible, but this is not possible in the normal programming languages, right? When I'm going to, I think you can know slash double quotes, I have to put slash double quotes. So when I'm going to execute it, right? I'm going to execute the program. Let it be off. I'll come with an activity. So I'm going to open. Since the code I have shown in the notepad, since it is very difficult to view the font here, so I just open the IDE. Just one program alone I'll explain, then I will go with very fast because now it's of time 11. Now I'm going to run the program. Already I've written the same code. Yeah. You can see here, here there is no quotation starts here, and you can see dream is equal to, so only this part will be there. The dream is not which you are while sleeping, it is something that's not yet you to sleep. So this is alone will be in the double quotes, whereas in the front double quotes and the back side of the double quotes will not be present in the code. So this is what the one of the features we can say that. We can say the feature, one of the service which has been provided by the Python also. Right. So this is what we are coming here. Back to presentation. We will go and hereafter we go with the presentation and then I will come with an activity. So you can see here. So different ways of printing the hello world. Next we go here. So these are all the identifiers which has been used in the Python. A variable, functions, class and modules and objects. Of course, everything you're going to learn it within short duration, right? And one more thing here, when I declare a variable, there is no need of any data types here. You can be very comfortable in sitting and you can write the code whatever you want, and no need to think about whether I have to declare integer or whether I have to declare character or whether I have to declare a string. Nothing is needed in the Python. You can very free to write the code. That's what we are saying, that it is very easy to write and easy to listen also. So then when you come for that, you can see here, does not allow a punctuation characters or like any other symbols are not allowed. When you use an identifier, we cannot able to use any characters or any special symbols here. Just you have to use it here. And very important thing is, when I say seminar, suppose I'm taking a notepad, I'll go with a notepad itself so that it will be very different. See, if I say seminar, suppose I'm going to write here, it is of seminar is equal to 10. Since there is no declaration is needed, anything is not needed. Suppose seminar is equal to 85 students has been attended. Right. Now I'm going to write here it is of print. I'm going to write it is of print, and I'm going to write here it is of seminar. Remember that? If I write like this, it will produce an error. Why it will produce an error? Both the variable names should be same. Even if one letter is changes, it won't accept. So either I have to make here this as a capital letter or this as a small letter, and I have to make this as a small letter. So that's what we are saying, that if I want to print the numbers, I can go like this, and I can go for the process. So this is what about the case sensitive. So you can say that Python is a case sensitive programming languages, and there are two different, actually here I written here, there are two different types of identifiers. It must be of capital letter or small letters. And these are all the general symptoms of Python identifier. When you get to practice, you may know that. Initially, it will be very difficult, but when you go for practice, it will be good. The class name starts with an uppercase letter. So whenever you're writing a letter, whenever you're creating a class, program, please try to start with uppercase. It's not an option, but it's better based here. And all other identifiers are lower cases. And we can go with a single leading zeros. This is very important. When I use a single underscore for certain variables, then it is considered as private. When I use double underscore for certain things, it will be considered as strongly private. So at the beginner level, you no need to understand. When you go for finishing the beginner level and when you get in-depth go of classes and modules, you can see here. So this is what about the strongly private here. So this is what about the concepts here. And these are all the keywords. As you know, when you go for any type of programming languages, we can come here. These are all the keywords which has been used here. Next, I'll go here. Now, when I come for here, I want to make a different line. So I can put triple quotes, right? I want to make a different line. I can put triple quotes, but I want to make a continuous line also. It is also possible. How to write it? It is, I can go with a word. You can see, I can write like this. For example, there's a one option I can write here, print. See, I'm using a notepad since the editor is very small to look at that. So I'm using the notepad, right? Welcome. I'm going to write here triple quotes. Since I'm going to use a multiple statements, I'm going to write here it is of welcome to the webinar. So welcome to the webinar. Like that, I'm going to write here triple quotes. Like this, I can write. Or I can write like this also. Print single quotes, right? Welcome / to the / and webinar. So here I no need to put any triple quotes here. If you want, you can carry on like this way also. Both the outputs will be there. So if you put a /, we can go with a multiple line. Same thing, you can put at the triple quotes also. Either one thing you can follow for displaying the statements. Still we are going for only displaying the statements. So here we are going only the exploration. We are not going to go with in-depth knowledge of the subject, right? What are all Pythons is there? That's what I'm going to say here. Now we go to the next thing. I'll go for the next slide. Right, and you can see here. This is the variables, how to declare variables. For a word, I can go with single quotes. For a sentence, I can go with double quotes. For a paragraph, I can go with triple quotes. Remember that this is the thing is that. For a word, I can go with a single quotes. For a sentence, I can go with double quotes. For a paragraph, I can go with a triple quotes. How to write this one? I'll come with a notepad also once again. Right. Right. For this, what you're going to do it is, you can see here, suppose I'm going to write here, I'm going to declare a variable now. Right? Webinar. I'm going to write here it is of webinar equal to Python. So I'm going to write here it is of single quotes with Python. Right? And I'm going to write organizer. Right? Since I do not know, better I'll write here it is of all the departments. I'm writing in a statement that is of sentence, right? All the departments. I'm going to put double quotes. And third one, I'm going to write here it is about college. I'm just writing shortcut. Sorry, very wrong, right? Milleth College Just I'm writing a shortcut, right, of arts and science. Like that I'm adding arts, right? And I'm going to write here it is of, and since I'm going to write it in triple quotes, right? Here I'm going to use triple quotes. Here I'm going to write a quote, right? What is the difference you can see here? What is the difference? This is a single word, this is a statement, and this is a paragraph. So I'm going to write here arts and science college, Chennai. So I'm going to write triple quotes. So you can see that a word can be, it can be a word, this is word, this is a statement, and this is a paragraph. So each one can be defined by different types. Now I'm going to display it also. How to display it? It is so you can see print webinar. To write the code and check, you can see the output also. Print webinar. Next line I want. If you want, you can go with continue line also. No problem at all. If you want to use a concatenation operator, right? You can use a plus as a concatenation operator in the same line if you want here. And next one it is called as a organizer. And next one it is called as a college. So it is so print college. So these are the three things we have to go here. So when you go here, you can see it is about webinar, organizer, and colleges we can able to display. So this is what we are coming here for this concept, right? So this is how to declare a word here. Next, I want to write a program. Now I want to get the values from the user, right? And I want to add it. So how to go it? We can go with that one also. So when I come for next part, we are going to get the value and we are going to display the value, right? So I'm going to get the values and display the value. For example, I'm going to write name is equal to input. This is the way you have to get the values in basic fundamental Python in the ID, normal ID. So enter the name. That's all. Nothing is needed. You no need to declare about data type. You no need to think about the variable. Everything will be stored in the name, right? So here I'm going to write here it is of print of name. So if I say print of name, whatever the name you're going to get, it will be displayed. Okay, sir, I want to get 2 numbers or 3 numbers. Now the data type place, right? Now I'm going to write here it is of first number. I'm going to write here it is of integer, of input, of enter the number. So you should be very careful about the phrases also. And intent is very compulsory here. I'll tell what is intent. So you can see int of input, enter the number. Sorry, enter the first number. I will tell here. So you can see that it is of input, enter the number, right? So what happened? First one, it will get the name and it is going to print. Second one, it will ask the first number. And third one, enter the second number. So I'm going to write here, it is of second number. So it is of input of enter the second number. So what if you want, you can put, sorry, it should be in the quotes. Right? So once again, I'm coming here. You should write the quotes here. And I'm going to write it is of enter the second number. This is what the first number and the second number we are going to get. Now I got the first number, second number. No need to think about the variable declaration. So I'm going to write third is equal to whatever the operation you want. I'm writing for the since the basic students should understand. So I'm writing the basic simple program. First number and second number and print. I'm going to write here this of third. So this is what very simple program to get add 2 numbers. So the way we are going to get input like this, and if you want to float, you can go with float, right? And there is no need of character or string because it will take as a string, and we can process here. So no need to only for integer and float. If you need it, you can go for writing the program of addition of 2 numbers. Same thing, whatever the operation you want, you can use all the arithmetic operations or binary operations also you can able to use it. Maybe I'll go. Now this is the way of writing a program to add 2 numbers. And next you can see that assigning a values. I can assign the values also. By assigning the value itself, the compiler can understand. That's also I come with a notepad so that it will be comfortable for me to explain. So this is a thing for writing a program. And now I'm going for assigning a values. What is assigning a values? You can see. Suppose I'm saying that x is equal to 10 and y is equal to, remember that I'm going to say y is equal to 10.0 and z is equal to, I'm going to write it is of 10. You can see all the values are same, but when you go for the data type, it's entirely different. The interpreter can understand directly. First part it is of integer, so it will come as an integer. The second part will be coming as a float, and third part will be declared as a string. So no need to go for explicit declaration of these values. Just we can go right, and you can write just I can write here if you want. You can write print x. So this is what about the assigning values. Print x, and it is of print y. and you can go here, it is of print is. So this is the thing which has been declared here. Right? So this is a basic concept, so that the Python is very easy for conversion. No need to go with the declaration and we have to convert all those things, right? So this is the thing. And another one advantages is here, when you go for the Python programming, I'll say that I can write like that, see, A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1 equal to 2 equal to 3. It is not possible in C and C++ or Java. They have to write either A is equal to 1, comma, B is equal to 2, comma, C is equal to 3. In this way, we have to write it in either a C or C++ or Java. But it is possible in the Python. We can write directly like this. So which assumes that A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, and C is equal to 3. Suppose I have not given this one, then C is equal to some garbage value. You can ask the question, what happened when the C value is not there? Then I can say that it will take some garbageous values from the interpreter, from the memory, right? So this is what I think. Another one thing also I can write here, name equal to, mark 1 is equal to, mark 2 equal to, I can write here, it is of, let it be of BCA, and I can write here it is of 45, and I can write here it is of 67. So this is the way we can go for assigning the values in Python externally. Whatever normally we do in the normal languages, this is entirely different also we can do it. But you have to look at up the data type. Even by mistake, if you put like this, it will be considered as a string. That's the one problem in the programming side. If you written it in the double quotes, then it will be considered in the string, but it will not consider as a number. It will mainly, sometimes the programmer should be very careful in this. What data type you need, but no need to declare, but you should be very careful. But if you mismatch, then the data type will also mismatch and the program you will never get it. So this is what about assigning the values. And next thing I'm going here of variables. So variables, you know that. And when I come for numbers, I think it's very easy for you. Whatever the values we are going to assign, it will be converted, and whatever the numbers you want, it can be a float or it can be a division. The values will be assigned here. So for the float values, right? And you can see the conversion, what types of operator. As a normal languages, basic operator precedence, which operator we are going to take it first. That's the same precedence. Already you may learn in C and C++. If not, the first one it is of bracket, then it is of modulo, then it is of dollar symbol, then asterisk and slash, plus and minus, and plus plus and minus minus, and last one is equal to. So this is the operator precedence normally we used to follow in the computer science department, right? And these are all the data type conversion. In case if you want to see, sir, you have said that it is already data type, it is that automatically it will be converted. Then why we need these kind of? Of course, certain cases I want to use it. In certain cases I want to use it, then I will go for data type conversion. So in particular problem, I need a conversion explicitly. Then I have to use these types of conversions here, right? And all the operators. What are all the operators you are very familiar? Arithmetic operation, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operator. All are, everything is good. But you should remember that when I come for C and C++, you used to write, when you go for comparison of the programming languages, we used to write and double ampersand symbol for and or symbol we used here. We used here, it is for or, and here we are using for not. These are all the things which has been discussed already in the programming languages, but these symbols no need. These symbols no need, just we can use and A and B, and we have to use OR, and we have to use it not, right? No need to go with a double ampersand symbol or double or symbol or not symbol. Just you can type A and D or not. That's enough. Anyway, when I come with the program, I will explain the concepts also. Right. So this is the thing. I'll come here. So you can see here, in is there, and there is another different operators where we are not used in the programming languages. It is in and not in. What is in? Whether the data is it inside that loop. Yes, then it is yes. Not in. Similarly, not is. So these are the some operators which is comparative to Python. We can go here. If you want, I will show the activity 7, how the operations are converted in order to understand the concepts that, right? So I'll go with 7. So it is activity 7. So I'm going to open the notepad. Just I'm not going to run the program, right? It takes more time. You can see this is about conversion of basic mathematics. So I'm going to add 5. I can directly give 5 plus 7. And you can see this is the order of evaluation. So first it will take bracket. Second it will take an slash symbol or asterisk symbol. third it will go for plus and minus, and at last it will give the answer. And you can see the format. I'm going to write 03F. So what is the meaning of that? It will take 3 letters. The output will be like this, and it will be of float. And here also 3. So it will be of the float. You can see here. Of course, I've written the different values now. Next one, it is, you can see here 2 mod 2, which means that I'm going with 2 mod and only 2 decimal places for the float. And I'm going to convert the given expressions from a hexa to octal or octal to hexadecimal. It is normal, it's quite common. Of course, it is also available in that one. You can see here it is first one, so it will go here, it is decimal part, and second one it is go for octal part. So what is the decimal part of 10? It will go into display 10, and what is the octal part of 10? It is going to convert. And you can see here it is about hexadecimal, and hexadecimal, this is about ASCII values. What is the values which you are going to design? So this is the basic functionalities of mathematical operations. So this is in order to understand the concept of operators and everything. And next thing, we go here, if statements. I'll go each and each one activity. Already you will be very familiar in all the programming languages, same concept, but one more thing is that here we have to keep colon. There is no parenthesis needed. We have to keep a colon for if and else part. That's the one thing we have to understand here. So I have written sample 1 code. I will take the sample 1 code so that you can see. I'll come with sample 1 and I will explain the code. You can see here, this is a very simple statements using if I have written. And one more thing, you should be very clear of intent. What do you mean by intent? If you type the program like this, in the corner, it will show error, which means that before it is if condition, so we must leave one tab when you write the program. I will show if you want demo because you are not able to view it. So that's what I write here. What I get it here, number is equal to int of input, enter the number. So I'm going to get the number and I'm going to store it in the number. And if the number is less than 10, I'm not going with the else part. I'm just writing if part, right? Same thing. If it is else part means I have to go here. See, if the number is less than 10, then I'm as a C programming like mod D, I'm going to give the number. So it is going to display the number. Suppose I want to write the else part. It's very simple. You can write here it is of else colon. Very important. Colon is needed. Colon is compulsory in order to inform the interpreter that it should be of else part also. Right, so I'm going to write here it is of, I should not write the printf here. You should leave one intent. If you type it in the corner, it will say intent error. So you have to make it here one thing. Then I can write here printf hi, how are you? Something I'm writing. I'm not related to the program, right? And next thing I can go here and I can read here. Sorry, since I was right. I can write here this of welcome. So whatever the output, whether it is going to print the given number or hi or how are you, the welcome will be printed because the if part is over. The if part is over. Okay, sir, how to write for else if? Very simple. I can write here ELIF and whatever the conditions you want, you can write. I write simply, if the number is greater than 10 and no need to give double ampersand please. You are not requested to type double ampersand. Just you can type double ampersand and number is less than 100 or 200. Whatever you want, you can write it. Whatever the conditions. So then I can go here. So compulsory, I need one else part also. So I'll go here and type it is of else, and I'm going to write here it is of print welcome. Right. So this will be coming here. So now what happens if the number is less than 10, it is going to print the number. Otherwise, if the number is greater than 10 and less than 100, it is going to print hi, how are you? Otherwise, it is going to print welcome. So this is a very simple program for using if. But when you understand here, you should understand that that's LF. It is not else if, it is LF. And very important, I have made here, I need a colon. Everywhere, I have to give a colon in if, we have to give a colon in LF, and we have to give a colon in else part also. So this is the thing you must be understand in the decision making statements. Of course, remaining all the things are same. I think you're all well versed in all this learning C, and you can see else if statements. So you can go with n number of else statements. And the same thing I can write it here if expression colon statements also. If it is single f. Okay, if it is single f, same thing I am going to write here. I want to display if the number is less than 10, right? I want to write if the number is less than 10. Number is less than 10. Instead of writing in the next line, I can write it in the straight line. I can finish the program for only if statements. Are you clear? So I don't want to go for the next intent. Same line I can write it. See, since there is no space, I am writing here. Don't mistake. So here, if number is less than 10, printf give it so that There is no need of, if it is not if else, we have to write like this. If it is if else is there, then we have to go with the same concept. So this is what about the program, right? So I'll close it. Now we go to the slide. So this is about the decision making statements. And these are all the practice. That's what I said, that listening the class, it is not sufficient to learn the Python programming. Understanding is also not sufficient. Only activities is needed. So unless you are not doing the program on your own, you cannot able to learn any languages anytime. By listening the class, it is not sufficient at all. So I give some of the activities if you are interested when you're free to find the biggest of number, to find the positive and negative number. Very simple programming. Initially, I told that this is only for the students, not for the person who is going for an interview, the person who is listening to understand the concept of Python. So this is what about the leap year and non-leap year and biggest of three numbers. And next we go with the while statements. Of course, I'll go with very sample, right? So one it is of, I'll go with the sample 2 alone. Same thing here also, while expression, I have to give a colon and we have to write the statements. That's all. And in for loop, there is a one more thing is that here is another one. There is no initialization conditions and increment and decrement. Anyway, we can go through sample 2. I will take a sample 2 and I will explain. Since we are running out of time, I will make it very fast. You can see here, this is a program for while loop I'm writing. So I'm going to get a 2 number. Since the screen is very small, I cut short. Now you can see n is equal to int of input of enter the initial number, and n2 is equal to int of input of the final number. So I'm going to get 2 numbers, right? And I'm going to write the condition while n1 is less than n1. Very important. That's all. It is not like open brace, close brace. Just write while n1 less than n2, close 1, and print the number of n1. So what happened? It is going to print from 5 to 7 or 7. You can ask, sir, what happened if I give the reverse order? The program will not work. That's all. So you have to write the condition for that one also, right? So whatever the exception questions you are asking, you can write it, you think and write the code for your exceptions, right? So this is what about n1 and n2. So we are going to print and we are going to increment the value. This is a normal in statements. And next I am coming for loop. See, entirely different, which is new to you when you come for loop. Previously, you use the for loop for a mathematical distribution or something, a pattern processing like that. Now you can see for a letter in international seminar, right? So consider that. For a letter in international, the code is international seminar. So what I'm going to write, I'm declaring a variable. This is called as a variable, letter in international seminar. So it is going to display the letter colon I, one line, next line N, next line T, next line E, next line R, like that. Each and every letter will be displayed. So this is new to you. Please keep this one. This is entirely new to you. So I'm going to write here this of far, and I'm going to write a letter. And in like this, if you write the program, you can see this one also. And some of the colleges name I've written. Second one we go here. This is used to declare a variables. I'll tell what is that thing. Some of the colleges I written here, and for colleges in colleges. That's all. Colleges in colleges. So this is a letter. This is a variable I have declared here, and this is the value where I assign here for colleges like that. And I'm going to print the colleges. So this is the second program for like that. Like that, there is a lot of programs in loop. So you have to understand there is nothing like increment and decrement and conditions. Here there is no conditions also. I'm using the keyword. You can see I already told that there is a one keyword. It is called as a in. So this is an in keyword which is used to check the colleges, and it is used to display the colleges like that. And you can see, and this is another one, another one for loop. For index. So index is a variable. In, I'm writing the range. What is the range? Len of colleges. So how many colleges in my classroom? Now Google Meet, how many members are there? So I want to find the range. So then I can write that range len of Google Meet, whatever the ID which I have been here. Then I can show that, and I can display all the students, those who have been inside the Google Meet. So this is what the three things which has been happened in the looping class, right? So this is the one concept. Of course, these are all the basic looping concepts we are having here, right? Next thing, we go to the slide. Next, I'll come here, and some of the examples I've given here. To print the sum of digit, print your name 20 times, or print the multiplication table. So you need a practice for writing all the programs, right? And next, we are coming for string. And before that, I would like to say that in C and C++, in Java, there is a switch statement is that is not possible to write in Python. Like the same way, we cannot able to write it as switch statements in Python. For that, we have to quote some of the code For that, you have to know the understanding of functions that we can write it in an alternative way. I cannot say we cannot able to implement the switch, but we cannot implement the switch directly. But we can explicitly write the code for the switch and we can write it with the help of functions. That I will explain because it is extraordinary, which it is not allowed in the Python, right? So this is what here. Next, we are coming for a string. So when I go for a string, so there is a 3 more topics are there: string, list, tuples, dictionaries are there. We'll go and I'll come with functions also. With that, I will wind up, right? Now I'll come here. It is about string. So we are having a hello world and Python. You can see here this is about string. So when I say var1 of 0, it will take the first character, right? Var1 of 0 means, see, whatever I'm giving in the print statements in the double quotes, it will print. You can see the output also. Variable of 1 is equal to colon of h, whereas variable of 1 to 5, it is of, what I'm writing here, it is of 1 to 5. Which means that it will take the first character and it will go with the 4th letter. See, remember that as a computer science students, we must know that the last starting letter must be of 0. So we have to start with 0. So when I say 1, the letter Y will start. So 1 is Y, 2 is T, 3 is H, 4 is O, and 5 is N. But we should not include a 5. We exclude the 5. Before 5, we have to go down. So what is the output will be of? It will be of Y, T, H, O. So this is what about the basic string in the Python. And next you can see I want to add 2 string. Of course, you may know that. So what I'm going to write, variable 1 is equal to hello world. And next I'm writing print updated string is variable 1. I'm writing the delimiters. What is the delimiter is 6. From 6, what I have to add? I have to add Python. So H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, L is 3, 0 is 4, and 5 is space. And what is 6? A 6 letter starts with W. So instead of W, I'm going with Python. So the output, it is of hello Python. So this is what about the strings here. And these are all the shortcuts you can write here. Suppose I'm writing that A star 2, right? Suppose I'm writing A is equal to hello. And you can listen my voice because there is no code I have written. I'm just saying that A is equal to 2, A is equal to hello. And I'm saying A is equal to A star 2. Then the output will be of hello, hello. Suppose we write A star 3, then it will be of 3 times of hello. And you can go with the next of slice value. I told that the slice value will be always, first one is the starting value, second one is before this ending value we have to complete here. So this is what about the string of special operator we are going to use. And some of the programs I've written with string formatting. Anyway, I will show you this is about sample 4. I will take it and I will go with sample 4. Right? Every program is there. See, whenever we come for program practice, unless you are not practiced, you cannot able to learn the Python, right? So now I'll open with the notepad. Now you can see here different types of strings. What are all the string format we are going to use? One, it is of range string. So I'm using here, it is of variable 1, it is of colon 6. So what is the output? You can see here the variable from the 6 it will be displayed. That is world will be displayed here in this question. And when I come for the digital format, it is going to digital format. My name is, remember that, instead of S, it is going to display Python. And the way it is about, instead of this mod D, I'm going to give 30. So I can ask the question, what will happen if I give X? It will show the hexadecimal of 30. Right? What will happen if I give O? It will show the octable value of, yeah, anything you can do it. If you want, I can go for F also. Whatever the conversions you want, you can use it in the string also. No problem in that, right? So anything you can able to go with the string also. And you can see here, if I put small x, it will give the ASCII value. If I give capital X, it will give the hexadecimal value. Remember that if I put small x, right? Of course, it is Python. Since it is Python, you can see here, previously it was string. So it will display the Python. My name is Python and my weight is 30 kg. This is what the output. Suppose if I put x here, it will convert it to ASCII value, and if I put capital X, it will convert it to the hexadecimal value of the Python. So this is what about the 6 of activity, right? And now I'll go back to the slide. Now we come for the very important. So still now, what all discussed? We have discussed about the fundamentals and we have discussed about string. And next 3 things is that list, tuples, and dictionary. 3 things are very important. Remember that list, tuples, and dictionary. And one more thing, functions. 4 things are very important. We have to go through that. Let me finish it, right? Now I'll come here. What is a list? A list is a more versatile data type available in Python, which can be separated by commas. So already you may know that array means it is of same data type, but when I come for list, no need to be of same data type. I can collect whatever the data I want. I can put it in whatever the data type. Maybe first one may be of integer, second one may be of float, and third one may be of string, and fourth one may be of character. Whatever data type can be used here, right? And list need not to be the same type. That's the one important point you should understand. The list need not be the same type. No need to have the same data type. And next one, we can go here. It is commas and separated with a square bracket. That's all the rules of the list. So you can see here, I'll come with a sample 4. I'll go with a sample 4 and I explain the concept. Right. So now I'll come here with the sample 6. Let me go here. See? I have given the list, different types of list. So first one is to display the list. So what is the display list? Same program I have given here. List 1 is equal to, just a minute. Sorry. So now when I come for the list, I'll go with the list program. So you can see here, list 1 is equal to physics, chemistry, and 2 years. Now you can see list 2 is equal to some numbers we are being displayed here. So now when I say list of 0, what is the 0th value? Physics will be displayed. When I say 1, 5, you can see here the list 2 from 1, 5. So it will go for chemistry 1997 and 2000. So this is for displaying the list. And next, when I come for update, you can see that I want to update the list. So I'm going to print list of 2. So what is 2? It is, you can see here, when you go for list of 2, it is of 0, 1, 2, it is 1997. So I want to make a 1997 into 2001. So what I'm going to do, list of 1 is equal to 2001. So this is what updating list. Suppose I want to delete the list. Then I can go here, delete list 1 of 2. Which variables I want to delete, I can able to delete here. So these are the 3 things which has been assembled. So first one is to display, second one is to update, and third one is used to delete the list. So this is what the thing we are coming for the list side. And next, so you have to understand about the list. And these are all the sum of the schemes. See, I can go for adding a 2 list. List 1 plus list 2 or list into 4, which means that it is going for 4 times. And I can say 3 in 1, 2, 3 means whether it will be true or false. And I can go for printing a for loop, right? So this is all the things which is coming for the list side, right? And some of the methods also available for comparison of list, length, maximum, minimum. So everything you can go with the list. So if you want to compare the list 1 comma list 2, then I have to use CMP of list 1 comma list 2. So it will compare and say whether the list is true or false, like that. So this is about it. And next part, so first we have discussed about string, second we have discussed about list, now we are coming for tuple. What is tuple? I cannot able to alter the tuple once it has been created. Underline the keyword, it is an immutable Python object. I cannot, once I created, see, even if I want to make any changes, I can able to store it in a separate file or separate variable. This is the thing which is coming under the tuples. So tuple is an immutable object where the sequence of the list, right? And tuples cannot be changed unlike list. That's what, where in the list we are used to change. I can change any value, 1999 to 2000 or 2000 to 2002 without changing the variable name. But in tuples, it is not possible for us to change. If you change, it will show an error. So I'll go with sample 7, right? So I'm going with the sample 7 and I'm going to take sample 7 and I'm going to explain, right? So you can see here, in the tuple, you can see I declare the same tuple and tuple 2 I have declared here, and I'm going to return tuple 1 of 0. So what is tuple 1 of 0? It is physics. What is tuple 2 of 0? From 1, I have to go for 5, which means previous one. So what is 1? The output will be of 2, 3, 4, and that's all. This is the output. And you should be, this is a 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember that the position. Here, what you are giving, it is of position. So first question to fourth question we needed. So this is zeroth question. So 1 will not display. Second question is the first, second, third, and fourth. So the output will be of 2, 3, and 4. Right. So this is what the thing we are going to do it in displaying the list. And can I able to go for update the list? Yes, of course it is possible. No, I cannot able to update. If you want, I can able to change the name of the tuple. I want to keep another one variable name in order to update, right? So this is will be that. So now when I come for here, you can see the tuple 1 I have here, tuple 2 here, and suppose I want to make a tuple 1 to be updated, you can see I should go for tuple 3. I cannot able to do the process with a single variable, right? So if you want to go for edit with one thing, then I have to store the name in second one also, right? So this is the thing we are going to do it in the tuple. So what is the main advantages of tuple? Once the tuple has been created, we cannot able to change. If you want to change, I have to keep another one variable name and I have to change it here. So this is what about the tuples we are having, right? And next I'll go here. This is about a program on tuples. And you can see here, I will go with the length. So what is the length of the tuple, or what is how to concatenate the tuple, how to repeat the values of the tuple. Everything is possible in the tuple. So these are all the tuples which are coming here. Right? So here also certain methods are there, predefined methods. You no need to write any methods here. Sorry, no need to write any methods. We can go with the predefined methods already which has been existing. So you can go with the practice. See, unless you are not practicing the code, we cannot able to learn anything. So first one we have discussed about string. Second one we have discussed about list. Third one we have discussed about tuple. And fourth one we are moving on to the part it is called as a dictionary. So this is entirely different. Here we are having a, see, list is entirely different. List we can have a duplicate values. In the duplicate values, and we can able to edit and we can able to update, no problem at all. That's the one important advantage of this. When I come for tuple, there is no duplicate values is there. We cannot able to add the duplicate values, and same variables we cannot able to edit the data. So you can able to replace with the new data also. So that is what it is about the tuples. And third one, it is about dictionary. So whenever we say the dictionary, you should know that key and value. A key can be of anything, and the values can be of a string or any other data types also. So don't think with a single word. I have given the program for single name, but it is not like that. When you go to the real time, it will take an extra data also. This is a simple example which I given. You can see here, dictionary of name is equal to, and age is equal to, and the class is equal to. I declare here. So this is what the thing we are coming here. It is about name, age, and class in a dictionary. So I'm declaring the word. Whereas if I give age, Zara 7 first class, it is coming in the list. But I'm giving a key value also. A key value of it is of name and age and class. In order to search the content, it will be very effective. So we are writing print of dictionary of name and print of age. So we are using the concept of dictionary. And I'll go with the sample program A in order to explain the concepts. You can see the same program I have written. So it is of dictionary, name is equal to Zara and age is equal to 7. And you can see since age is a number, you no need to give a single quotes. If you want to make it as a string, then make it as a double quotes. For example, if the register number is fully number, then we can type it as number. But if the register number is of string, then we have to go with the quotes. And next one, class is equal to first. So this is what about the dictionary. And you can see I want to display only a name or I want to display only age, I can do it. And even if I want to add some other content also, it's possible. Just I can add district of age is equal to 8 and district of school is equal to whatever the school name you want, you can add it. In the dictionary, if I want to add or update, I can use the word update, right? I want to update a separate key field, then no problem at all, I can able to update. But it is not possible in the tuple, but it is possible in the list. So list and dictionaries are possible, but what is the difference between list and dictionary means? In the list, it is only the content will be that, but here we are having a key and values. So dictionary can have both key and values, and you can see that. Similarly, if I want to remove anything, I can go for remove. And if I want to clear the dictionary, I can able to go for clear the dictionary, and I'm going to delete the dictionary. So clear is a method which is used to clear all the data in the dictionary, and delete is used to delete. So everything is possible. Adding, deleting, everything is possible. But main advantages of dictionary, it is of key and value. That's all. Nothing in the dictionary part right here, right? So this is about the next part of the Python. And next we go here. I come here. And next we are coming for date and time. Very shortly I finish because the date and time and function I will complete. Right? So I'll go with a sample example of 9. So this is mainly focusing on timing. Suppose I want my program with time and I want to display the time, which time you're coming and which time you're going. Then that's a keyword. It is called as a time. This is called as a class, and this is a method which is used to invoke. So time and time is equal. So in a class, in a method, it's time. So it is going to store here and it is going to print the number of ticks. It will be in terms of milliseconds. It will not display the time. It will be displayed in terms of milliseconds. And get the local time. So if you want to get the local time, the time is a class and the local time is a method. And the time, if you pass it, it will say our local time, current location time based on the system mission time. Right? What is your mission time? It is that will be displayed here. That is called as a local time. And if you want to format the timing, suppose you want to format in particular format, right? Any format if you want, you can go here. And now, if you want a calendar, very easy thing. See, there's the only one thing. Import calendar. Just you can see the command prompt. I type this one. Just we can copy it. Go to the IDE, and I'm going to type it. Just you can write here. Write in the file. I'll show that as output also. If you go and type the program in the file, since I'm writing directly to the IDE, it is not executed. If you go and execute it in the file, you can see a calendar. So I'm going to write a cal, and I'm going to print the calendar. Sorry, not print the calendar. So you have to print the calendar. So automatically, which year you want, whatever the year you want, you can get it. And this year can be of input also. Suppose if you want to get the year of input, then you can write here n is equal to enter the. So n is equal to, I want right here, it is of int of enter the date, right? So it is of enter the date. So I'm closing and get the input, and you can give the values of n here. So you can write the variables of n, and I can make it clear. So you can run the program and you can execute. Similarly, I will tell that this is a definition of function procedure. Once you finish the functions, it will be very clear. So now I'll skip this point, right? So this is about date and time, right? And last thing, we go here. This is about functions. I would like to explain the functions because very important when you write the Python. Every code is a function. Since we are not following any structure-oriented programming, there are 8 types of functions. Is that with that I will complete the session, right? Once I finish this A type, I will complete the session, right? So I go fastly. It is of activity 17. Right. So the general procedure for writing a function. So first one is function. This is the concept, keyword. I used to write the keyword of define. Okay. I used to write the keyword of define, and the function name is prime time, and I'm passing the string. So what happened? It is going to whatever the string you want, you can pass it, and it will going to print the string. So this is what the program, right? This is a function, right? This is a function, and where I'm going to pass it, you can see print time of I am the first call to the user for a defined function. Remember that this is only a function. So from here I'm passing. So first I'm passing the string. What string I'm going to pass? From the first time call the user of user defined function. Automatically it will be passes to the string. It will passes the string and it will print the string with the help of function. So first same thing. I'm going to pass another string. Once again the string will be goes here and it's going to be print here. This is a normal user defined function in Python. And next thing I'll go here with activity 18. So this is about activity 18. You can see what is the difference we are going to pass. See, I'm having a list. Now I'm going, in the first case, we are passing the string alone. Now I'm going to pass the entire list. So what is the function name? The function name is of change me. So what I'm going to pass it? I'm going to pass a list. So here I'm writing definition, change name, and I'm going to pass the list. And this list, what happened? I'm going to write here this list dot append. So whatever the list is there, and I'm going to append also. From the list, I'm going to add some more content, and I'm going to display the value. So this is what we are passing the list in the second one. This is the second activity. And next, I'll go here. Activity 19. You can see here the same thing. I'm going to string and I'm going to return the value. Previously, we are not written the value. Now I'm going to return the value also, right? Now I'm going to write print prime. String is equal to my string. I'm assigning the values to the string, and this will be go here and it will be print. This is another type of user defined function. And next thing, I'll come here with activity 20. Right. You can see I'm going to assign a value. Age is equal to 50 and name is equal to Nikki. I'm going to write and I'm going to pass the information as print information. So my function name is print information and name is equal to and age is equal to 35. Here I've given 35. So whenever the parameter passes, it will be assigned 35. It will not consider as 50. It will consider as only a 35, and it is going to display a name and the ages. So this is what the next thing. And what is that? Okay, and now I'm using a parameter. You can see here one thing I'm going to pass 10, in the second thing I'm going to pass 3 numbers. So what happened? It will calculate the argument also. So what is the variable I'm going to use? How many arguments? 1 or 3. So the output is argument is 1, so it is going to display the values in the argument. So these are all the different ways of writing a functions, right? Anyway, I think I've taken the today's class about only exploring. I'm not giving an in-depth knowledge about Python, just an exploration of Python. So here we are discussed about string, list, tuples, dictionary, and date and time and functions. So these are the 6 keywords are very important when you go for the Python basic fundamental. And already from the first itself, I'm saying that this is only for the students who is learning the basic Python without any support resources. So this is just an exploration here, right? So with that, I can thank you. Is there any queries? Is there? You can have a discussion. Any queries? Is there? So I can stop my presentation.
Thank you, sir, for your work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can carry on.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session. I think students should have listened to your session about basic Python development, keenly understood, and they will act in future with their own skills. Now it's time to deliver vote of thanks. So I would like to call our respected principal madam and the HOD Department of Commerce, Dr. M. Untitled ma'am. Principal ma'am.
Yes. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful, good afternoon to one and all present here. On behalf of Milleth College for Men, Department of Computer Science and Application, in association with IQSC and Milleth Institute for Vocational Education and Skill Development, I'm honored to propose vote of thanks. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our resource person, Mr. Shaktivel Nageshwaran, Assistant Professor, Department of MCA, Adiyaman College of Engineering, Osur, Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation in spite of your busy schedule and sharing your knowledge with our students. And definitely, this was a very useful information for our students. And thanks a lot for your in your contribution towards our students. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our secretary and correspondent Alhaj Janab MG Dawood Mia Khan Sahib for his unsistent support. I would like to thank our management committee members for their active involvement and support. I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to Director Dr. A. Rafi for his constant guidance and encouragement. I would also like to thank our admin manager, Mr. T. Muhammad Iqbal, for extending his support. I extend my thanks to Vice Principal Dr. R. Ravi for his cooperation. I would like to thank our Shift 2 coordinator, Dr. R. Manigandan, for organizing taking all efforts to organize a wonderful program for our students. I congratulate the entire department, Computer Science and Computer Application, for their involvement and for taking all efforts to organize this wonderful program and for just selecting an app resource person for the program. I also extend my thanks to all the heads of the department, staff members for being with us and for their contribution. Once again, I thank each and every one of you for your presence. Last but not the least, thanks to our students for patiently listening and taking the just grabbing the opportunity and gathering the information from the experienced person. I pray Almighty to shower blessing on us and to bestow success in all our endeavors. I will just take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. நீங்க மியூட்ல இருக்கீங்க சார்.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mani.
Thank you very much, sir.
Students feedback form கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Students, I kindly ask you to fill the feedback form. The feedback form link is provided in the chat window. Kindly fill the feedback form.